Hello, everyone. Welcome to the non-spoiler part of the review. I saw this movie last night on opening night. Let me just say, wow. Michael Bay. You actually, wow. This movie was amazing. I mean, it brought back so much memories of the first movie. Because actually, I think either today, I think it's the 10th anniversary this week or July, because I think it came out like on the 7th or 4th of July 10 years ago, or it came out like on the 30th of June. I know it's been 10 years, guys. Come on. But wow. Wow, this movie was woo. This movie was amazing. The special effects were wow. I mean, my jaw was dropped the whole movie. The whole movie. The acting, it's good. The characters, a lot of them are memorable. The story, it's a little bit complicated, but it's actually very good, because when you see it a second time, you'll actually get it, because if you just see it one time, you might not understand it. And if you haven't seen the movies, like the other movies in a long time, watch the other movies. Like, have a marathon, watch one movie every day, and then this movie will make more sense. But you really need to see this movie more than once. You need to see this movie more than freaking once. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. Like, my mind was blown away. I'm really trying not to spoil the movie immediately. Like, I'm really trying not to. But that's like for the next part of the video. Wow. You know, this movie is not made for critics. And I can tell that. None of the movies are. The first movie's a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. The second one's like a 19. The third one's a 38. The fourth one is actually like 18. And this one's a 17. The critics don't get this franchise. And I can understand that. But the funny thing is, all of Michael Bay's movies are not meant for critics. They're not. They're not. Because if you go a lot of critic websites, all his movies are great. For them, it's considered awful. But Michael Bay goes to the next level for these movies, especially Transformers. He uses the best technology to give you a good movie experience. No, I'm not sponsored, although I wish I was, but I'm not. This is literally coming from me. I mean, this is the first movie to what got me into Transformers in general. If it wasn't for the first movie, I would have never like Transformers. What the hell is that? And I applaud Michael Bay for not giving up on this franchise, because the last one that came out was supposedly his last one. But when he actually went to Universal Studios to see the Transformers The Ride, there's a lot of fans there. A lot of them. And they're all cheering for him. They're all clapping for him. And I don't know where the article is, but he said, like, he was like, you know what? I'm making one last one, and I'm going out with a bang. And Michael Bay, you did go out with a bang. This is not a spoiler, but this is his final film. This is his final film. And for the next director who's going to direct it, keep it the same. Don't change anything of what Michael Bay did. The critics can say all they want. They can say, oh, it sucked. Oh, it's boring. All people have different opinions. Some people hated it. Some people loved it. Some people, I'm one of the people that loved this movie. I mean, loved. Like, I'm totally going back and seeing it again. Like, wow. I'm just gonna say, before I go to the spoil territory, stay like 5 minutes, and before, like, when the credits start, don't leave immediately. Just stay for at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes, please. It is worth it. It is worth it. So, for those that are just looking at the non-spoiler part, I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. A 9.5. That's my final decision. And for those that just are here for the non-spoiler review, well, there you have it. Go see it. Go judge it yourself. Go see it for yourself. You might like it, you might hate it, but like I said, we all have our different opinions. In my opinion, I loved it. Loved it. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and goodbye. And now I'm heading off to the spoiler territory. This is going to be a long spoiler talk. So, for those that are just joining in, I'm talking about spoilers. If you want to see the non-spoiler part of the review, you might want to scooch, like, watch the video from the beginning. Because the beginning part's like the non-spoiler. The rest of the video, spoiler after spoiler, so after spoiler. So please. Okay, I'm gonna start with spoilers. So the Paramount Studio logo, they actually brought back, like, in the first movie, when, like, the stars go wow, 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 like, make the robotic noises. They actually brought that back, because that's what it was missing from the last movie. Yeah, the last movie was, at first I loved it, but after seeing it over and over again, I thought it's actually not that good. It's okay. Like, I like it, but not too much. Like, it's not as bad as Revenge of the Fallen. But Age of Extinction was a 6, technically, for me. Anyway, it just starts with the Paramount Studio logo. And not on song, just fireballs. Like 3 fireballs come out behind the mountain, and it just, a medieval sequence, like with the Transformers, like, well, not Transformers, like some knights fighting against some samurais, I think it was. I don't know. And a knight says, like, we cannot give up on Merlin. He can help us fight. With no sacrifice, there is no victory. But then they just get to a shop. So they just go to a shop of Merlin riding his horse. Like, And some guy says, he's a junk. He's a phony. There is no such thing as magic. And lo and behold, after they say he's junk, he just stops the freaking horse. He just takes out a bottle of, I don't know, beer or whiskey, I don't know. It's just like, just sip, one sip. Just chugs the whole thing. And then just cut him back, going to what you think it's Cape. It's actually a spaceship, as Anthony Hopkins says. It's a spaceship, and he's asking one of the knights to help him. He's the only one that knows their existence. And he has to keep it a secret, but he has to expose them now because he needs to win this battle for his people. So they give them this magical staff that actually controls like a robot dragon. That actually 12 Transformers combine into one massive, badass looking dragon. Like, it's so badass. So yeah, they win the battle. Modern time. Yeah. So I'm trying not to explain like the whole movie, so you might have other things to see. So I'm just gonna skip to the part like where the thing that people confused as Canopy, as Bumblebee, is actually just a different Transformer named Canopy. Yeah, don't know how they can confuse Bumblebee for a Transformer from another Transformer just because it's yellow. Anyway, so you saw in the trailers, he dies. That robot that just gets the missile. The girl said, no, don't die me, Canopy. Yeah, he's dead. He's definitely dead. Like, yeah, he literally spoiled that in the trailer. Like, come on. Like Cade Yeager, aka Mark Wahlberg, just tells him, we have to leave him. There's no way to save him. No, but I can fix him. No, he's dead. But then Barricade, out of nowhere, just spying on them because Bumblebee is there. Yeah, Barricade is alive. We all thought he died in the third movie. No, he's back, and he's pretty much the same. He's barely in the movie, like in the other movies. Yeah. So anyway, after that, the CIA, I think, the TRF finds Cade Yeager. They want to arrest him for helping the Autobots. When you think Bumblebee's dead, he ain't. He comes apart, and then he puts himself back together. Let's just say that. And when they're about to shoot him, when they're about to shoot Mark Wahlberg, aka Cade Yeager, Sergeant Lennox from the soldier from the first three movies just comes out and says, don't fire. And Bumblebee looks at him very pissed, like he's super pissed, like very pissed. And Mark Wahlberg says, well, they're obviously going to fight back. You pushed him, they pushed right back. So yada yada, Hound said, I'm coming for the rescue, sorry I'm late. And yeah, they hold fire, and Mark Wahlberg says, yeah, they ain't gonna shoot us. Come on. So, and then like, Hound's like, are you sure they don't want to shoot us? I'm in big old targets, like it's a freaking Bumblebee goes, like it's freaking funny. Like, some of the comedy is, like, some of the funny parts are but a lot is so, like, it's funny. So apparently Mark Wahlberg actually owns a junkyard where he keeps a lot of the Autobots, and there's some baby Dinobots. They're so cute. I really want a plushie of them. They're so cute and adorable. Anyway, yeah, so apparently he's hunted by the government because he's helping the Autobots. So yeah, he's being hunted. He can't talk to his daughter, and I'm glad the daughter is not in the new movie. She was freaking annoying. in the fourth movie, annoying. I hated her character. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Anyway, she just says, "Oh, I hope you're hearing this. Yada yada yada. I hope you're hearing this. I know you can't talk to me, but I hope you're hearing this." And boom. And like the new Transformers they're better. Like you have the same. You have Drift. You have Crosshairs. You have Hound. You have Bumblebee. And you have some. Oh, Willie's back. You know that little blue guy that humps Megan Fox's leg in the second movie? Yeah, he's back. I'm actually glad because he was freaking funny. Oh, and Squeaks. He was everyone expected, a ripoff of BB-8, but let's just say he's just like a comic relief in this movie. He's like the comic relief technically because all he says, "Hey Chihuahua," and he squeaks. Literally, his name is Squeaks, and he squeaks. Like, if you know Alpha 8 from Power Rangers, like goes, "Ay ay 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 ay." Yeah, it's technically that guy mixed with BB-8 from Star Wars. But all he does is squeaks and goes, "Hey Chihuahua." Yeah. So yeah, on the TRF find their location, and tries to hunt Mark Wahlberg down. Oh wait, I actually skipped one part. Oh no, I'm actually not gonna talk about that because again, we want to leave some surprises. The TRF is actually hunting. Megatron is back and is working with. I mean, TRF is working with Megatron. Kinda. The Lennox had to make a deal with him. Like they are trying to hunt Mark Wahlberg, yada yada yada. They go to this sort of abandoned town, and let's just say if you thought Skids and Mudflap was annoying in Transformers 2 and racist, which I don't know why I can kind of find them funny. There's a character called Mohawk. It's literally Skids and Mudflap in one guy. Like the one, like in the TV spots, it goes, "What's up, fellas?" Like he gets shot by Bumblebee, but he's still alive just by the head. You're like, "Oh, this ain't right, man." Like he's like the black stereotype of a gangster. He's like a black stereotype gangster. Like I'm not saying that to be racist. He literally is. Like the way he talks, well, not the way he talks, but like, well, sort of the like not his voice, but just the way he talks. There was actually if you know Shockwave from the third movie, I think like this is his brother because he also had the same head as Shockwave, and in his bio also says that he was pissed when he heard Shockwave died. So yeah, his name is Nitro. But let me just say, Megatron in this movie is the best Megatron. He is the best Megatron because he actually gets shit done in this movie. Like he doesn't like, oh, he's not just out in the final movie. He's not barely in the movie. He is in the movie. But the thing I don't get, why didn't they explain how he went from Galvatron to Megatron? Because if I remember back in the fourth movie, he was Galvatron. So I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Optimus goes to Cybertron, and yes, that planet is Cybertron. It's not Unicron. Optimus is in shock, saying, like, "What happened to my home? Like, what happened?" And then he hears like a female voice saying, "Your world is dying, and it's all your fault." And like he's like, "Who's saying there?" Blah blah blah. It's Quintessa. And he's like, "You're my maker, then I shall destroy you," blah, blah, blah. She just takes out some chains and chains him down. And let's just say she turns him to Nemesis Prime. Like saying, "Rise, Nemesis Prime." Let me just say, she's freaking creepy. You thought Megatron was creepy? No. Megatron's, compared to her, is a plushy old teddy bear. Let's just say that. Like, I mean, Megatron's still menacing, but Quintessa, it's creepy. Very, very creepy. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if it's the voice or just like she's very humanoid. I don't know, but I want out. Anyway, so while they're avoiding drones from the TRF, let's just say a British robot is there named Cogman. But like he's like literally waiting for them in an elevator. Like I think he was looking for them. It's like, oh, who's that tiny leprechaun? Like there's like another a comic relief. He's forgettable. Let's just say he's forgettable. Like the character's very forgettable. Like I even forgot his name. I don't think they even mention his name at all. All I can say is just a black guy. Like I'm not being racist, but that's all I can say because I literally forgot his name. So who's this leprechaun? Actual leprechauns are actually very small and they come from Ireland, and I find that very offensive. Like blah blah blah. Mark Wahlberg's like been being the smartest. I mean, oh, you want to be tough, huh? Like just like starts like bitch slapping Mark Wahlberg. Like and the drone just comes out of nowhere and just out of like the elevator because it's a glass elevator. Just knocks him down. And let's just see. Ooh, sorry, it's very. I sort of just woke up. Sorry. So yada yada yada. This. Oh, when they stand at the beginning where Canopy dies, they actually find a knight that's dying. Mark Wahlberg tries to save him, but he couldn't. So the knight gives him some a coin that's actually a robot. That means like he's the next knight. So those are theorized that Mark Wahlberg is the next knight. Congratulations, you were right. Although they were hinting Bumblebee was for some reason. So yada yada yada. Crossers come. Who's this C-3PO knockoff? Like he just twists his finger. Like Katie, like, what are you? Some type of ninja butler? And of course, you're needed urgently. They go to England, and that's where you meet the next character, Vivian, who works in the university, and turns out she's connected with Merlin. You'll see that in the next later half of the movie. I'm just gonna skip blah blah blah. Explanation, exclamation. Cogman makes funny jokes. He just like he's the like. I'm mostly I was pissed off when he killed off Ironhide. I sort of liked Hound in the fourth movie, but Cogman takes the crown. He's my new favorite character now. I love Cogman. He's like freaking hilarious. Like, and he's also a psychopath. Like, if you guys were expecting because they say he was a headmaster and just rip off a head and transform him. Unfortunately, no, he doesn't take control of a body, but he does mention Anthony Hopkins did mention that he's a headmaster. So we might see that in the next movie, and there will be another movie. No, I'm not talking about the Bumblebee prequel. No, there will be another movie. There's even a post-credit scenes, which gave me goosebumps. Like, it literally gave me goosebumps. Well, I'm actually getting goosebumps just thinking of it. Ugh. So, anyway. Yada, yada, yada. They go to the submarine. They go to this submarine museum. They shut it down. They steal a submarine, which actually is a transformer, actually. It's sort of a transformer. So they go to this they go to inside of an alien spaceship, which is actually the night ship from the beginning. Ow. I just cut myself. Ow. Anyway, they go in there. Vivian, they actually find Merlin's staff, which is actually very mummified. They think, oh, someone got it before us. Blah blah blah. Katie's pissed, and Vivian's like, "This is not how it should have ended." So Mark Wahlberg goes investigate and I quote, dead robots, because one of them is missing half the face. It's like when all of a sudden wakes up like protect the staff, protect the world, protect the staff, protect the world. And yeah, Optimus comes out of nowhere, is like, surprise, motherfucker. Just stabs him and just pushes him off the edge. Bob was sort of happy, like, Optimus, you're back. Oh, who I am not Optimus. I am Nemesis. That's not Optimus. So, give me the staff, human. Of course, Mark Wahlberg tells the girl to give the staff, so she gives him the staff. Blah blah blah. Oh, here's the thing that really ticked me off. Like, you know how all the trailers they're gonna have like Bumblebee versus Optimus, great battle, awesome. It's only 2 minutes long. It's as long as even the Batman versus Superman fight was longer. Like, actually, no, they actually went to the Batman v Superman route. Like, you know, like, save Martha. What do you say? Like, that's what stops Batman from killing Superman. Here, Bumblebee gets his voice back. He just gets his voice back all of a sudden. So it says, anywhere and any way. What have I done? I've doomed this planet. Like, it's not his fault. He was mind controlled, but it's not his fault. So anyway, yada yada yada. They chicken out for the death match. I was literally expecting a death match. Like, they wussed out. They really wussed out. Like, I mean, come on. You guys were advertising the death match like crazy. It was in the posters. It was everywhere. Hell, in matter of fact, the trailers show almost all the death match and complete. You can just like, I can literally just edit the scene, literally. But I'm not gonna. But they go to the Batman v Superman route. Yeah. No longer evil, but the Knights think they betrayed them, even though he was mind controlled. Yada yada yada. They beat him up until Katie just his arm just turns like the thing that's in his arm just turns metallic, and then all of a sudden turns into a sword, and it's actually Merlin's sword. So all the knights just take out the swords and turn into circles like, protect us, small human. You are our only hope. So yada yada yada. Optimus gets forgiven, but he still needs to earn their trust. The final battle. I'm not gonna talk about it. You guys need to see the final battle. My God, it's so wow. It's such a good final battle. Oh, and the soundtrack, wonderful. It's such a good soundtrack. It's such a good soundtrack. Like, if there's gonna be an album, mine. My process. And I just turned into Gollum from Lord of the Rings for a moment there. Anyway, yeah, I'm giving it a 9. So here's my grade for the spoiler review. It is a 9.5. Why 9.5? Because of a couple of things. There's like a couple of scenes that really did not make sense. Like, they actually made a nod to Jetfire from Revenge of the Fallen. Like, oh, don't worry. Like, some old guy, like some old robot. Don't worry, I'll take care of them. So it's like literally just falls down. Like, I don't know if he's dead or just asleep. Like, he looks exactly like Jetfire. Like, I love it. So yeah, that would have been a deleted scene, remove that part in general, because like I love the nod, but why? It makes no sense. And also the Bumblebee versus Optimus, they literally chickened out because, oh, if we kill Bumblebee, we might not sell toys. Because in general, I have to admit, all these movies are just to sell toys. But they're also good movies, in my opinion. Except Revenge of the Fallen. Although I actually like it, but I actually find it the worst of the franchise. But I like it. I like it. It's like, it's okay. It's a 5 out of 10. Like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just okay. The black comedic guy was not that memorable. He's just a comic relief. There was no reason to have the Dinobots in this one. They're literally in just. If you complain they were only in Age of Extinction for 5 minutes, they're literally here for for literally 2 minutes. Literally, I counted 2 minutes in this movie. At least in the Age of Extinction, that's like 10 to 5 minutes. So yeah, and only the Triceratops and Grimlock's back. By the way, we don't have Scorn. You don't have the Spinosaurus and the Strave, the flying one. They don't come back, unfortunately. Although I really wanted the Spinosaur to come back. I like Spinosaurus is one of my favorites, but Velociraptor is my favorite dinosaur of all time. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. That's why I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It has a little bit of stuff that makes no sense, but the movie's so good. Like, even the Optimus versus Megatron, at least they actually fight in this one. And it actually gave me chills when Megatron said to Optimus, "We were brothers once." And Optimus replied, we were brothers. Just rips his arm off and just kicks him out of the flying spaceship. He lives. Like, he turns to a jet, he will live. Because it's like the Star Wars thing. If they don't show a character get killed off, it's a chance it might be alive. For example, you didn't see what happened to Barricade in Dark of the Moon. He's back. Some characters that just disappeared are back, I guess. Some of them. Go watch it. It's a good movie. It brought so much childhood memories when I saw the first one. So anyway, I know not a lot of you didn't see this, but I'm a peace out. Go see the movie. And remember, if people bully you for being a geek, just tell them karma will always get you and always be you. You can always be yourself no matter the time, no matter where, and don't let them get to you. So peace out and see you in the next live stream or video review or gaming. Adios.